Well, I hope you guys brought your headphones, because it's gonna get loud today. What's up, everybody? My name is Ben. I'm one of the digital media producers here at S3 Magazine, and today I'm bringing you this video from a 2013 Audi S4. This one is for sale right now through my friends here in Dayton, Tennessee at Car Under 10K. They normally have a lot of cool cars, but I have to say this one is definitely the coolest. They've loaned it to me for a few days. I'm gonna get some impressions of the car. First things first, before we go any further, this car is straight piped from the headers back. No cats, no resonators, no nothing, no mufflers. It's all a completely straight pipe. So apologies in advance if you don't like loud engine noises, and I hope you guys can hear me okay as I drive. I'm gonna try to avoid some interstate driving because it drones a whole lot, but I'm gonna give you some honest impressions and kind of tell you a little bit about the car and give you some reasons as to why you should consider one if you're in the market for a used car under 20 grand. Sorry if the camera's a little bit shaky. I've got it on a tripod. It's doing its best. So, 2013 Audi S4. This thing comes from the factory with a supercharged V6 making 333 horsepower. It is an incredibly fun car to just rip around from the get-go. This one is not tuned. It does not have like an APR tune on it or a burble tune or anything. All the noises you hear are totally from the straight piped exhaust. That's the noise that you're going to be hearing for the entirety of the video. All right, I'll give it a little bit of gas, nothing too crazy. The pops and bangs that this thing makes are absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the highway once, and I'm gonna roll down this window and maybe you'll hear a little bit more of the outside noise in the engine. Okay, and now that we've settled back down here, this is the constant drone that you hear on the interstate with a straight pipe supercharged V6. It is non-stop. You can't make it stop. There's no off switch, no nothing. The previous owner neglected to put like cutouts, for example, in the exhaust, and decided to go the cheap route and just weld some pipe and take everything out. So it is very loud. That is one drawback to this. However, the major upswing to that is that you can totally hear the engine and it sounds absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I'm gonna go under a bridge here so you can hear what this is all about. See, I love that. That's just lovely. The backfires are incredible. So now that we're just sitting here in traffic, we'll go over a couple things further about the car. The interior of this car is like incredibly well built. It's an Audi. It is a sports line Audi, so it's S4. So you've got carbon fiber trim everywhere. Everything is leather or aluminum. There's very little plastics like this, and all the plastics that are here are this nice, supple, soft touch stuff. It's not like really hard plastics that you get in a lot of your standard commuter cars. So keep in mind, this is a car made in 2013, so it's got a backup camera, it has wireless Bluetooth, it's got an electronic parking brake, and those are just the things that I can see right here in front of me. You've got all these power assists, and really it's interesting to see these things on a 2013 year model. It's fairly well equipped for being a little bit older of a vehicle. A big thing for me, because I like very large German luxury sedans. I had a Highline Passat up until earlier this year, and it had heated leather seats in the front. It had the dual zone climate control, and this Audi actually takes it a step further. Not only do you have the dual zone climate control for the front seats, the rear seat passengers also have this little switch right here for heat and cool for the back vents, which is really interesting. Because this isn't like an A8 or one of their bigger luxury cruisers. So the A4 chassis S4 variant that we're in now, it's not the biggest car. So for it to have those features, like, I can appreciate those features in this car, especially the heated front seats when it gets cold. Like, it's in the middle of the summer. I'm filming this here in the middle of the summer. It's August, it's hot, but you know, when it gets cold, I will tell you, very first thing I do when I get into my car before I even touch the radio or anything is I put my heated seats on max, and these things definitely deliver. I turned them on just to see what they would do, and they get hot very quick. Okay, so now let's talk price points. This car is, of course, secondhand. Most of these models you can find for under $20,000, and that's quite a big deal, because you can find like a 2017 Toyota Camry that's fairly well optioned, about the same as this, with maybe more modern assists, for about the same money. But you don't get 333 horsepower with a 2017 Toyota Camry. You can totally get the full package here, get the German luxury, the quality of the vehicle, and get all of that oomph with all-wheel drive. This one's for sale right now at the dealership in Dayton, Tennessee for $15,000. So for $15,000, you do get a lot of car. Now, this one has some body damage in the back from where it was hit previously, but other than that, this is a very solidly built and drivable car. No check engine lights, no nothing. I've been driving it around for a couple days now, and it's been just fine. You just have the drone or the exhaust to deal with, but hey, that just opens up more tuning possibilities for the next owner. And that's the cool thing about this platform, is that you can go to a place that does APR tuning and go to them for an extra around $1,000 or something like that. You get a ECU, TCU tune, bump up the power by over 100 horsepower just by reflashing the ECU. These engines can handle quite a bit, and so can the transmissions. Most of these cars that are like highly tuned are still rocking stock transmissions, stock internals, all this stuff, just with tunes for the ECU, TCU, and are making like 500 plus horsepower on those tunes reliably, where people can daily drive them and then take them to the track every other weekend and go thrash on them a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get on it again here. All right, I did a little pull and the tripod just completely fell over. So I'm gonna pull over here in just a second and fix it. So it'll be a little bit different camera angle here in just a minute. So going back to the whole, this car being under $20,000 thing, you know, this is under 15 grand for examples like this one that are perfectly fine running and driving, just with some cosmetic damage. And I think this is one of the best bangs for your buck that you can get, performance-wise and reliability-wise. These are actually very nice when it comes to reliability overall, as far as Volkswagen Audi Group is concerned. So would I consider purchasing this car? Absolutely, no questions asked. If I didn't already have several other projects currently ongoing, I would totally be down for this car. Personally, I could see myself owning one of these in the near future even, possibly even this one. Not saying I'd buy it right now, sorry Justin over at the dealership, but you know, I think for the right person out there, this would be the perfect daily driver. It is fast, it's fun, and it's relatively economical. I'm sitting here getting 23.5 miles per gallon on average, which is not bad, not great, but it's definitely livable. You do have to put premium gasoline in it because it is supercharged, and Audi developed this motor to run on that. And especially if you tune it, you may have to run even higher octanes than that, or depending on what tune you get, special fuels. But 93 octane's pretty much attainable at most pumps here in North America nowadays. So it's not really too hard to find the gas you need. It's just paying the premium of like $3 plus here in the South, which is like, that's a lot of money. But people live with it every day. It's fine. It's not like this is gonna win any awards for mileage. Your mileage may vary as well, because this one sounds really nice. When you stomp on it, it sounds incredible. But I'm sure if you kept your foot out of it, you could totally see more than the 23.5 I'm averaging now. Okay, so to recap here, V6 supercharged, 333 horsepower, German power sedan with carbon fiber, leather, heated seats, dual zone climate control, the whole 9 yards. For under 20 grand. So sounds like a pretty sweet deal, if you ask me. All right, I'm gonna get on it one more time here. Oh, that is just so much fun. Well, anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like what you see, let me know. I'd love to do more of these for you guys in the future and kind of let you know a little bit more of the insights of some of these used cars that you should probably buy. I'd buy it. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified next time we go and upload a video. I really appreciate you guys watching these, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Later.